Compromise is how democracy works, and I'm ready and offered compromise already.
Republicans would dispute that, but maybe he actually doesn't want to make a deal. Maybe it's all for show, and that is a real possibility. Our friend Erick Erickson quotes Republican senators playing out a different option. The thinking from these senators is that Joe Biden is using President Zelenskyy as a prop against the GOP. Biden will blame the GOP for a lack of funding and use that lack of funding to both blame the GOP for a strategic failure in Ukraine and force Zelenskyy to compromise on land with the Russians. Senator Mike Braun here, Republican from Indiana on the Budget Committee. Good to see you. What do you make of that theory?
You know, it's a complicated dynamic. Let's start with where the Republicans are. Since I've been in the Senate, it's nearly 5 years, I've never seen 41 Republican senators kind of override what leadership wanted to do. And on our side, in terms of leadership and Biden, they wanted to do the funding package with the border not even in consideration until 41 Republican senators actually congealed and said, we either do that in a substantive way or we're not going to do the rest, including the Israeli package. And of course, Speaker Johnson sent that over. That could have been a done deal. Everyone is for that, and with a pay-for, but people don't like pay-fors in this business either.
No, I hear you, but is the Republican caucus, you think, united here in there's a border for Ukraine funding deal to be made?
Only after you secure the southern border, and it can't be with something much different than what was in H.R. 2 that is already passed in the House. Remember, whatever we do here on the border, it's got to go back there and pass muster. And that's the complication.
So help me understand this in where we're at right now. Do you think, I'll put it this way, why do you think to Democratic senators and to President Biden, we're going to play Senator Murphy here in a second, the southern border is so sacred? We'll play the sound, let you react.
They are asking for very severe, very draconian immigration policy changes that they know could not pass if they weren't holding up support for the war against Vladimir Putin.
Draconian? I would say don't make it too complicated. Look at how things were working during the Trump administration. It was very clear. It was at a record low in recent times. The Biden administration comes in. I was down there in April or so of 21. 18 of us went there, and it was going from 10, 15, 20,000 up to 50 or 60. It's now 200,000 with 60,000 gotaways a month. That wasn't even a term then. I was down there with a bunch of Indiana sheriffs just about 3-4 weeks ago. It's even impacting places like Indiana.
Oh, sure. Every state's a border
state. On other issues. So that, when they say draconian, no, they are for open borders, and that's hard for the progressive side of their party to get away from. They're in a real trick box here because most of the American public knows the border is not in good shape. So, that even goes into some Democrats.
Right. No, the polling supports that.
Yeah.
But why then are Republicans losing the messaging war on this?
Because we got to get better at that. Democrats generally run circles around us. We are a party that doesn't like to engage in policy, and then we want to undo it, overturn it. We got to get better at having the dynamic in our favor from the get-go, and that's not natural to us. Until we get better at it, we're going to be in predicaments like this.
I would rate that as an honest and fair answer, sir.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can get one more out of you. I think about the Ukraine funding package that's being offered. Yeah, we spent a lot of money on Ukraine. On the other hand, just out today, 360,000 Russian troops at the beginning of this, 315,000 Russian casualties. It's Ukrainians dying. Of the two major geopolitical foes we face, Russia and China, the Russian army has been severely degraded without a single American service member killed. How is that not a good return on investment that we should keep going for?
I think it's an excellent return on investment. But like most things here, should we be paying for all of it? And should we be borrowing every penny of it? So it's always more complicated in terms of what you're actually accomplishing and is it sustainable in the long run? So they are our geopolitical foes. Russia, you know, being guided by Xi, keep that in mind.
Sure.
But can we afford to do it when we're 33 trillion in debt, 42 trillion in Biden's budget in 5 years, 52 trillion in 10 years. Do the math. That takes over. We can't do anything sustainably. Europe needs to probably do more. It's in their backyard, but it has been a good return on investment. It just means
just
we
not
need
keep
to,
investing.
It's not sustainable. And today, here's what I heard from Zelenskyy himself. They are starting to push their own resources.
Help me understand this, though. If it's not sustainable, why then is it okay to do if you get a budget deal or if you get a border deal? Because
it's not sustainable
the same amount of
if
money.
we have to pay most of the bills for it.
So you're against it no matter what?
I'm against it until it gets a more broad financing plan.
Okay.
And currently, we don't have that. And we're not in a position. They at least are probably raising revenues to pay for it. I don't think they're borrowing from future generations. We do that on everything currently, and that's got to be noted.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.